careful who you call your friends. Shanquella Robinson planned a trip with her friends to celebrate one of their birthdays. Unfortunately, Shanquella was found dead within 24 hours of arriving to Cabo with these friends. A recent video surfaced of one of her friends, Dejanay, beating a naked Shanquella in the room. One of the other friends told Shanquella to at least fight back while he recorded her naked body be assaulted, but Shanquella responded no.
Can you at least fight back? At least something. At least fight back, something.
She became unresponsive in a room similar to this. The friends called the concierge, who called the doctor, and the doctor performed CPR to Shanquella, and unfortunately she was pronounced dead at 3 p.m. They all left Shanquella's deceased body in Cabo, and they all went back to the U.S. before their trip was over. They then privated all of their social media accounts and told Shanquella's mom that she died of alcohol poisoning. However, the autopsy determined the cause of death to be related to a broken neck and cracked spinal cord, which suggested foul play. Shanquella suffered from a knot on her head, swollen face, split lips, and a swollen eye. No alcohol poisoning whatsoever in the slightest. The group of friends told the mom different versions of what happened, but the autopsy proved the stories to be untrue. Shanquella was a kid braider in North Carolina and also owned a clothing boutique. The police states that there is no evidence of murder or foul play. So what do you think, accidental or foul play?
My best friend stole my money. Yeah, imagine that. Story time. Okay, so one day at school, me and my friends were going to lunch and we got in the line. It was the a la carte line. We didn't eat free lunch because free lunch was so gross now that Michelle Obama made it healthy and whatever. So we used to go in the snack line. Yeah, we ate snacks for lunch. That means we had to pay for all our food and it was expensive. Like a small bag of hot chips was $2. So I used to do chores around the house to receive allowance from my parents. Every week they would give me $20 a week. That was a lot of money to a middle schooler at the time. So I would get the money at the beginning of the week and I would spend it on lunch for the whole week. So back to the story, we was in line and I had to pee really bad. So I told my best friend Nene to hold my purse while I ran to the restroom really quickly. So I jetted to the restroom and back. It didn't take me no more than 5 minutes. I didn't even wash my hands. That's how fast I was rushing back. So I came back and they was already at the front of the line. You know, thanks for holding my place. And she was like, you're welcome. And I was like, pass me my purse. And at first she acted like she didn't hear me. So I was like, Nay, I need my purse back. What's good? And she was like, oh, I forgot I even had it on. Like, what? That was the first red flag. So I started picking my snacks out. I got me some chips, a honey bun, and a Coke. Mind you, I was starving this day. I didn't eat breakfast, so I was looking forward to my snacks at lunch. My snacks made me happy. So for lunch, me and my friends would just gossip and eat our snacks. That's just what we did. So I get to the cashier and she totaling my items and she like $4 and something. And I open my purse to get my money out, but my $20 was not there. So the purse I had was really tiny, so it was not too many places I could look. So I'm checking my pockets and now I'm starting to hold up the line and the lady was just looking at me with her hand out like, pay me. The students behind me was getting annoyed. They was telling me to hurry up. It was embarrassing. I started to sweat. Like when I get nervous, I get like hot. So I had to put the snacks back. So I walked to the table where my friends were and I looked at Nay. She had a whole bunch of snacks on the table, y'all. You know, like more than usual. It was suspicious. So I was like, Nay, did you take my money out of my purse? And she looked at me and started laughing and was like, no. I was like, man, it's not funny. I was like, I had $20 bill in my purse before I went to the restroom and now it's not there and you got extra snacks. something not adding up. So we started going back and forth. We were so loud that the teachers had to separate us. One of the counselors asked me what happened, and I told her that I think she took my money. So they put us together in a room to settle the issue. So the counselor asked her, and she was like, yo, Regina, just tell the truth and you won't get in trouble. What happened? So she burst out crying and said she took my money because she wanted a lot of snacks and she couldn't afford to buy her any snacks. It was so stupid, her reason for stealing my money. Like, just go eat free lunch.
Story time about how my crazy cousin broke up my family. So a little background information, my cousin Brandy has been married to her wife for about 16 years. And they both have 3 kids together, and I live with my brother and sister-in-law, Nora. Both of our families were super close. They were always coming over to our house, vice versa. Now, this is where you gotta keep up. My cousin Brandy started cheating on her wife with Nora's sister, Taylor. And that meant that Taylor was cheating on her boyfriend, and they had 3 kids together also. And this all started happening the night of my nephew's birthday party. They literally did the nasty that day and then showed up at different times to play it off, like they weren't doing anything. And nobody really found out about any of this until Thanksgiving of last year, but the drama is still going on till this day, and it only gets worse. My cousin Brandy convinced Taylor to break it off with her boyfriend and completely leave her 3 children for her. Meanwhile, Brandy is still with her wife. Like for part 2. Part 2 about how my crazy cousin broke up my family. So like I said, my cousin Brandy talked Taylor into leaving her boyfriend and her 3 kids for her. Meanwhile, Brandy didn't even leave her wife, and she was planning on buying a house and adopting 2 out of the 3 kids that they have. But Taylor was low-key manipulated and low-key ignored every single red flag. So she did just that. She literally broke up her family for Brandy. And to this day, Brandy is still with her wife. And you would have thought that Taylor would have been like, okay, but no, actually, instead, Taylor and Brandy decided that they were going to say that Taylor's boyfriend beat them both so he could get sent to jail and they could still do the nasty on the low. And then Brandy twisted the whole situation of what actually went on to make my family cut me, my brother, and my sister-in-law all off. So that way she didn't seem like the bad guy. And now I'm not allowed to see Brandy's daughter, who I'm really close with. Like, she literally will track her location, and if she's even near my house, she'll be grounded.
My roommate is a creep. Story time. So I have this really weird roommate, and we're gonna name him Charlie. Now, Charlie is one of those quiet kids. He doesn't say much or do much. He doesn't have a lot of friends. All he does is go to class, and that's it. And for the most part, he's usually in the apartment by himself because I'm always out and about or I'm at class myself. Now, recently, I've been noticing that a lot of my underwear has been missing. Like, it's to the point where I had to go out and buy all new underwear. So I asked Charlie about this, and he got really defensive, which was weird because he was normally calm. So I was like, oh, he must be taking them or something. So while he was at class one day, I snuck into his room and I found this little suitcase in his closet. Of course, I opened the suitcase and there was all my missing underwear, y'all. And it gets worse. All my underwear were crumpled up and they all had white stains on them.